Shalom. First and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Also, peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. So it's the brother Azariah back again with another lesson through the Spirit. And I just wanted to touch on this article real quick while the Spirit is hot. Dealing with this Passport Bros movement, in which a lot of Jakes, when I say Jakes, I mean Israelites, men of the tribes, mainly the so-called black men, right? Brothers are going overseas to seek more traditional women for marriage. And this whole Passport Bros movement has been demonized, especially by the so-called black woman who looks down upon the Passport Bros for doing what they're doing. And I don't see how, because the whole narrative is that black men ain't shit. Black men can't provide. Black men are less than a man, and the black woman don't treat the black man with any kind of respect. You understand? So now what men are doing is they're saying, well, you won't treat us with respect. You refuse to be feminine. You refuse to be submissive, to be humble. So instead of fighting with you, instead of being toxic and going back and forth, we're going to leave and find more suitable women elsewhere in other nations. All right. Which is, that's what the Passport Bros is all about. Okay. Men finding women in other nations, particularly in Eastern nations, that are suitable for marriage. But the reason why I'm doing this article is because this is all leading up to the prophecy of Isaiah 4:1, which we'll get. All of this is the Lord is putting all of this together, because what's happening now is that you have these movements. You have the so-called manosphere with, Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, you know what I'm saying? Pearl, the Edomite, the Edomite woman, Pearl. I forget what the name of her channel, but her name is Pearl, you know what I'm saying? But she talks about a lot of the same things that Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate talk about, which is that Western women in particular are too masculine. They're too entitled. They refuse to take accountability for their wrongs, period. And they don't live in a reality. And most of all, they're not wife material. You see, Western women are not wife material. They're whores. They like to play games with men. They like to sleep around. They're not women. You see. And men now, because of these certain talking points that's been brought up by these certain men, now men as a whole are starting to take their power back, because you see, there was a time when the woman was put on the pedestal. There was a time when the woman, she was the prize. You see, but really what men are realizing now is that truly men are the prize, and especially men of the Lord are the prize, man. Okay? Because even when you just look at the raw numbers, worldwide, there's about 7 to 8 women for every man. For every one man, you have 7 to 8 women. So what's more rare? Coffee or gold? You can go anywhere and get coffee. Coffee is readily abundant, but in order for you to get pure, unadulterated gold, man, that's rare. Okay? That's extremely rare. So that's like the value of a true man, especially a man of the Lord, is more precious than even fine gold, man. And the scriptures say that, But yeah, there was a time when the woman was put on the pedestal. Women could do no wrong, saying this whole queen of heaven worship, and, we need to worship the woman, or the woman can do no wrong. She's a queen, the woman is God. You know what I'm saying? The black woman birthed humanity, so therefore, you know what I'm saying? All this nonsense, man. Okay, worshiping the woman, but in reality, the woman was created to serve the man. Okay, women were created to be servants for men. That's the purpose of a woman. All right. You serve as a woman. The scriptures say that you serve the Most High through your head, which is the man, which is your husband. That's the proper order. See, now women are trying to take that headship. Okay, women are trying to be in the position of the head. They're trying to be the lead. And with the man's natural position being created to be the leader, obviously there's friction with that. Okay, so that's why this whole passport bros thing has gotten so big, because things are just out of order. Okay, and women of other nations, they understand order. They don't have the problems that Western women have in terms of being submissive and, being a helpmeet unto their men. See, the culture is different. They're actually raised to be wives. Okay, you're not gonna see an Asian woman, arguing with her husband. You know what I'm saying? Putting hands on her husband. That doesn't happen in the East. That only happens in America because this wicked system, man, has given women power in which women are not supposed to be in a position of power because they can't handle it. They're not. They were not designed. They were not built to be in power, man. They were built to be servants. And when you give a servant power, it gets to their head. So, getting into this article here, it says why some black women aren't happy with the Passport Bros movement. It says the Passport Bros have officially divided our internet. A growing group of thousands of black men is preaching to more men on social media platforms that women in other countries are the best source for a traditional woman to settle down with. Just follow the hashtag and you'll see black men of all ages describing their experiences with the opposite sex in other countries compared to the women in the United States. And like I said, man, women, especially in the United States, are the least desired. Okay, you actually have it to now where men in America, they're getting their passports and flying out to Eastern nations to get women. You don't see the same happening in reverse. Okay, you don't see men, Eastern men trying to come over here and look for American women. It's shit. You don't see men from anywhere other than America coming to America to find women. Yeah, they may come here to freak off, but they not coming here looking for women to marry because they understand that the Western woman is not fit for marriage, that they're not wives, they're not traditional. You see? And that's really the problem. Okay, women in the West have been groomed to be men. All right? Reading on, it says most of our content on Travel Noir consists of stories of people traveling and living abroad to find inner peace and happiness as a person of color on this earth. Black people have suffered through so many forms of prejudice in the United States that we've sought other countries to feel like human beings. The passport movement could be seen as an annex to the same inner peace and happiness concept. A group of black men who don't feel needed and admired by black women looking for love overseas. And it's indeed that the so-called black man is not admired by his woman over in the West, man. Okay, because in the West, a man is measured by the things that he does. And in a woman's perspective, in a Western woman's perspective, if a man can't pay for her nails, if a man can't, pay her bills, pay her car note, then nigga, you ain't shit. Okay? You ain't a man if you can't, provide for me. And mind you, at this point, she ain't even got a ring on her finger. She just expect a man to do these things. You see? But you don't see that in no other race of people. Okay, if you just watch Kevin Samuels, you'll see how many women on that show refuse to be with a average earning man. All of them want so-called high value men. Okay, men that make 100,000+ a year. Every single last one of them do. And you know why? Because that's the type of man that they can envision themselves submitting to. But they can't submit to a man that's an average earner. They can't submit to a man that can hold his own, that can have a roof over his head, that can combine together income, provide a suitable and stable life and a family. They don't respect that kind of man. Because once again, nigga, you can't do for me the way I want you to do. So therefore, you ain't shit. You can't do nothing for me. I don't have to respect you. Understand? Plain and simple. Um, yeah, it says forms of prejudice in the US that we've sought other countries to feel like human beings. The Passport Bros movement could be seen as an annex to the same inner peace and happiness concept, a group of black men who don't feel needed and admired by black women looking for love overseas. They travel to different destinations worldwide and find happiness with a partner of the opposite sex. Okay. Um, it says black women and other women of color in America have gone to their TikToks and social media accounts to speak against the Passport Bros. Now, I just want to touch on this real quick. These women are so hurt that men have the power to do this. Okay, these women are so hurt that how dare you go overseas and not think about us? How dare you not deal with our bullshit? How dare you go and find happiness somewhere else? How dare you not put up with us? That's why these women are upset. That's why these women are up in arms, and because these women so-called claim they don't care, but yeah, you gotta care a whole goddamn lot to go on, social media and make videos demonizing men who you claim ain't shit that you don't care about in order to get your point across and make yourself feel better. Okay, to play the victim card, right? You gotta care a whole lot to do that, but you so-called don't care. Okay. You see, and this is why Passport Bros exist. Okay, women refusing to take accountability and continuing to play the victim card. Because if women would just take responsibility for the bullshit that they produce, for you know all of the wrong that they're doing, then men would give you a chance. But you want to continue to deny, deflect, okay? Keep on blaming men for all your problems. But guess what? Men are going to continue to get what they want, which is marriage, families, and happiness, man. Okay? And they're going to get women that will actually be a helpmeet, that will not give them problems, that will not give them stress. All right? So you Western women, man, y'all are a dying breed. Okay, because pretty much all you're good for is a quick nut, and that's it. Okay, recreational use only, man. You know, and that's just the honest truth. Okay, women in America are not worth marrying. All right, the only women here that'd be worth marrying are women that were raised in the Eastern customs. Okay, women that were raised to be traditional, raised to be wives, which there's not many of that to go around here. All right, but pretty much all you have left, man, in America is a bunch of used up hoes. Let's just call it what it is, man. You know, and contrary to what's popularly believed, men actually want marriage. Men actually want relationships, man. All right, but then when you deal with a woman, especially if you get married, the moment she gets bored with you, or the moment that she claims that the sex isn't good enough, she can leave and take half and get custody of the children. So what benefit is it to a man to get married? What benefit is it to a man to even deal with a woman on any serious level over here in the West? Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, you're gonna get screwed over. Okay? Women have access to all this social media, you know what I'm saying? They got all these, options, you know what I'm saying? So hey man, things are just out of order, man. Okay, but the Most High about to put things back in order real soon, and hey, you're gonna see because there's a reason why these discussions are being had. There's a reason why Kevin Samuels came about. There's a reason why Andrew Tate came about. Okay, there's a reason why Pearl and others like them are even having these discussions now because women are being made, their sins are being brought to the forefront now because for years it's been about men or men doing this, men doing that, right? But no one has gotten on women. No one has gotten on, women's bumper about what they've been doing. And because they've been coddled so much, oh, you're a princess, oh, you know, the world is against you, it's not your fault, right? Women have been raised to not take accountability. They don't know how to take accountability. Because since they were young girls up until the point where they grown, they've always been taught that anything that happens to you, it's not your fault. It's somebody else's fault. But men have to grow up and take accountability, man. Okay? If you're broke as a man, guess what? It's your fault. You can't use an excuse and say, oh, yeah, well, I was born poor, this, that, the third. Nah, people gonna look at you and be like, nah, nigga, you broke. That's your fault that you broke. You can't blame nobody. But when it comes to women being, you know, emotionally distraught, aggressive, and all these other things, oh, well, I had a traumatized, childhood and this, that, the third, which, all of us have trauma, man. Okay, all of us came up out of slavery. You know what I'm saying? The whole community has trauma. But what are you doing about it? Are you seeking to have a relationship with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai? Are you keeping the commandments? Are you coming back into the proper order? And in most cases, the answer is no. So, of course, these things are going to run rampant within our communities, man. But once again, if you refuse to take accountability, then how could you even acknowledge that you have a problem? You have to first confess that you have a problem, confess your sins, and then you can move forward, man. If you can't even admit that you're wrong, then how can you expect to see any positive outcome in your life? It doesn't make any sense. See? It says most of their rebuttals are that the passport bros are weak. Check this out. It says most of the rebuttals are that the passport bros are weak black men that don't know how to court strong black women. You can't make this up, man. Okay, so any man that can't handle, any man that refuses to deal with the black woman's BS, any man that refuses to deal with the black woman's aggressive disposition, you're weak. See, you're a weak man because, oh, nigga, you can't handle me. Oh, nigga, you weak. Can't make this up, man. See, zero accountability. Everything always goes back to the man. Oh yeah, well, you can't deal with me. You don't want to deal with me, so you're weak. You see? Or oh, men are going after women like that, so oh, he gay. You see, this is the cognitive what's the word? This is the cognitive dishonesty, man. Okay, this is how disingenuous that modern women are. You can't even take accountability for your own actions. Everything that you do is it always goes back to the man. And once again, this is how these women were raised. This is how these women in the West were raised, man. Okay, men were to be the enemy. You see? Men were the enemy, man. They have been raised to believe that. Majority of these women don't even speak positively about men outside of sex. Okay, sex is probably the most positive thing that majority of these modern women even have to say about men. It says some women believe that the passport bros' true intentions are to have sex with foreign women, and then why do you care what their intention is? Why do you care what passport bros are doing? They're not worried about you. Obviously, you're so much of a problem that they would rather travel halfway around the damn globe to find a real woman than to deal with your bitter ass. And you still going on social media talking about, oh, passport bros and this and that. Why the hell you see? This is the reality for these women, man, because they're not being chosen. Okay, black men are finally standing up. At least the ones that know they have some type of self-worth, they're finally standing up and saying, you know what, we don't have to deal with this. Okay, we don't have to handle you. You a grown ass woman. Why the hell do I need to handle you? Why do I need to handle you when I can go somewhere else and get what I want and not even have to, you know what I'm saying, deal with with your BS, man. So it says their true intentions are just to have sex with foreign women and they're not searching for love. Other women have gone as far as to say they are emulating their quote unquote white masters who have been notoriously known for colonizing and going to third world countries to find submissive wives for decades. Now, they claim that, oh, they're just going over there to have sex and this and that. Well, where are these women? Where are the passport bros' wives at with these same accusations? Because American black women, you see, they're coming out and saying, oh, well, they're going over there sex trafficking. They're making prostitutes out of these women. They're pimping these women, whatever the case. Well, but you don't hear that from the other side though. You don't hear that from these foreign women. You don't hear foreign women saying, oh, passport bros are coming over here and doing this, that, the third. You don't hear none of that. You see, so these are all just false accusations to once again demonize the fact that men have power to go out and marry other women, and black women don't have that same power. Okay, no one wants American black women. No one wants you because of your negative disposition. Okay, no one wants you. It says, in going to third world countries to find submissive wives for decades. And that's something that American women are not. American women are not, by and large, submissive. Okay? I'm not talking about the exception. I'm talking about generalities here. Okay, generally, Western women are not submissive. They have not been raised to be wives. They have not been raised how to serve a man. That's just facts. Some women stated that they're getting foreign women at the exchange rate, as foreign women only want those men for the little bit of money they give them, and they aren't falling in love with them either. Black women who are anti-passport bros have called these men scum, predators, and in some instance, pedophiles. You see, so all these negative words. Listen, man, this 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 is how evil that the American black woman is that are saying these things. They saying that these men are scum, predators, and pedophiles. Now, once again, like I mentioned before, ever since they was little girls, growing up, they were raised to believe, it's embedded into their minds that the black man is the enemy. You can see it here in the language that these women are saying about passport bros. All that they're doing is traveling to other countries and meeting other women that they want to find suitable for marriage and families. That's what passport bros are doing. You're just mad because you can't do the same. You're just mad because you don't have men flying in from all over the world coming to take you as a wife. And the only men that would even deal with you on that level are leaving. That's why they're mad. That's why they're bitter. That's why they're resorting to all these names. See? Scum, predators. Well, wouldn't you hold on? So if these men are so vile, if these men are so evil, so much the scum of the earth, Wouldn't you be happy that other women are taking the scum of the earth away so that you don't have to deal with it no more? Wouldn't you be happy about that? Why isn't the black woman happy that other nationalities of women are taking the scum, the trash, the pedophiles and the predators away, man? Why don't they just let it be? Because you see, they know that's not the case. They know that's not true. They know it ain't true. But their thing is they have to demonize. You see, they have to put a negative stigma so these men will stop doing what they're doing. So the answer, instead of changing your ways, instead of becoming uh becoming the woman that the Most High intended you to be, you rather shift the blame to the man, say that the man's the problem, say that he's the one that's the home wrecker, when statistics show that 80 Salakia, that 80% of women initiate divorces. So 8 out of 10 women, you got 10 women, okay, 8 of them, the overwhelming majority of them are the ones that initiate divorce and separation of the family. They're the ones that doing it. It's not men. It's not men that's leaving the relationship, man. Okay? It's women. So even if a woman does get married, guess what? You can count on it. There's an 80% chance that she's going to leave you. Even if you do marry a Western woman, there's an 80% chance that she's going to leave you, man. So that's more likely than not. This is reality. And this is the time that we're in. You see? So it seems to me that, Passport Bros is going to continue. All right? But really what's about to happen is, combined with the coming calamities that's coming upon the earth, these women are about to be humbled very, very soon, because what you see, what's happened is that these women in America, in the West in general, have waxed proud, okay, because they've been given certain opportunities. They've been allowed to move up in the work world. They've been allowed to have some success monetarily. Now they believe that you're better than a man, that you're equal to a man, that you don't need a man, that you can do bad all by yourself. Okay, you don't need to submit to a man. Okay, it doesn't matter if he makes more. It doesn't matter if he makes less. A man is not good enough to tame you. That's how they feel. But you know what? It's all good, because at the end of the day, men control who gets married. Women control who has sex. Men control who gets married at the end of the day. And guess what? If men don't want to marry you, if men don't want to take you seriously other than a pump and dump, then guess what? You're going to die alone. Or at best, you're going to become a baby mama. At best. See? And these women are just really upset and up in arms that they can't get marriage, but other women can. So you know what that says to the Western modern woman? They ain't shit. They won't say it, but that's really what it is. Because if these men are so vile or so scum of the earth, then why are they able to go overseas and get wives? Why can't you do the same? Why don't you see Western women going overseas to get husbands? Because don't nobody want you. Nobody wants what you have to offer. And then women that are able to travel abroad like this, they have that mentality of they're better than a man. If a woman can afford to travel and go abroad here and there, you know that she got that mindset as to where, a man can't tell me shit. If he ain't making more than me, he can't tell me nothing. And then they want a so-called high value man, a man that makes 100,000+, half a $1 million plus. No man in his right mind that has that kind of resources, that has that level of wealth and power, is gonna settle for a Western woman. It's just not gonna happen. See, but really, the point of all this is that what's about to happen in the earth, okay, famine, wars, civil unrest, okay, a lot of these women are about to be humbled, man, because they're gonna see that feminism was a lie, that, you know, what they've been taught, focus on your career, make sure that you don't have to depend on a man. A man is an asset to you. You know what I'm saying? You're not an asset to him. Oh, that's about to go out the window. Because once this famine hit, once it ain't no food, once the SNAP is a cut off, man, guess what? You're going to go back to your natural instinct, okay? You're going to go back to your natural position, to your natural order, which is being under a man. Because, see, this society has been set up to where women don't need a man because the government will take care of you, okay? Esau will take care of you, provide you with all your needs. So you don't need a man. You don't need a head right now. But when Big Daddy Esau turns his back on you, which he's already doing it, when the SNAP benefits are cut off, when you can't go and get Section 8, guess what? Your ass is gonna need a man, and you ain't gonna give a damn what you gotta do. Okay, all this nigga gotta do for me, he ain't all that ain't gonna matter. Let's get it. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. See? So the days are coming, as it is prophesied, that 7 women, which is a complete number of women, shall take hold of one man. I just cited earlier that worldwide, the average is about 7 to 8 women per one man. Okay? So this here is very accurate with what the prophet Isaiah is saying. Okay, 7 women take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. What do women say now? Oh girl, he can't pay for my Birkin bag. Oh girl, he you know what I'm saying? He don't want to take me on a date to a Roof Chris. Girl, I can't mess with no broke nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. If a man cannot provide for you or take money out of his wallet to make you happy, he ain't shit. But what's going to be said in that day? We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Okay, so in other words, you don't have to provide for us. We'll provide for ourselves. We don't need you to do anything. We will serve you. So you see, things are gonna go back to its natural order. Okay, and as you see, in that day, a woman ain't gonna care if a man got more than one woman. They not gonna give a damn. You know why? Because situations are gonna be that desperate. It's gonna be a war going on, chaos is gonna be in these streets, man. Men are gonna be getting off left and right. And it's gonna be plenty of women left over that's not gonna have a man. So any man that they see that's left over from everything, they're gonna know that that man has power. And really, the only men that are gonna be left standing after it all goes down are the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, because these women are gonna know in that day that these men have power. Okay, but these certain women are gonna be preserved for that day, so that this prophecy may be fulfilled, right? But yeah, we will eat our own bread, wear our own apparel, our own clothes. only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. See? So in that day, these women are not going to require anything of a man. Okay, they're not going to come and ask a man to pay a bill. They're not going to come and ask a man to clothe them, to feed them. They're going to be saying, listen, we need to clothe and feed you. What can we do for you, Master, Lord? That's what it's going to be. Okay, to take away their reproach, man. To take away the shame. Okay, because it's going to be a shameful thing in that day. Well, it's a shameful thing, period, to be a woman that doesn't have a man. You got women out here that's 40, 50, 60 years old, man, they don't have a husband. They don't have children. That's a shameful thing because your purpose as a woman is to be under a man and bring forth his children. That's your purpose as a woman, to be a servant unto your man, to serve your head. That's why the Most High created you. Women were created to serve men, not the other way around. And if you got a problem with that, hey, take it up with the Most High. That's the order that the Most High set up. So that's what it is. Understand? And as a woman, it should please you to serve your man. It should please you to be a helpmeet unto your man. But with Western women, that's not the mindset. Okay? But yeah, it's gonna be a reproach unto them in that day. Oh girl, you ain't got no man. You ain't got no man to serve. that that's actually gonna be a saying, man. You know, like that's actually gonna be a proverb in that day. You know, woe be it unto the woman that has no man to serve. You see? So hey brothers, they gonna come flocking, man. Okay? They gonna come flocking. It's okay. All that pride is about to go out the window in these last days, man. When all hell breaks loose. Things about to return back to its natural order very, very soon. All right, so I don't want to be too long-winded on that. Hopefully, this lesson was edifying, straight to the point. And until next time, shalom to the elect.